But we also have to learn to walk away. If we walk away from most situations and realize, as Tom and I were doing, we are we are both 8 years old right now. I am yelling at your inner 8 year old, and you are yelling at mine. So you're not two adults, you're two 8 year olds who are scared because we didn't get our needs met. That's what's funny about it. When we work through those things, we do become kinder, become calmer, we become easier to be around, and we can go out in public and see that everybody's just hurting. Oh my God, the same as you are, the same as I am. We all have hurts. And we try to wear that mask and not show that. And that's a good thing. You don't need to air all your stuff in public. You don't need to overshare. But do need to have a way of something that apparently is being lost, and that is living with a graciousness in society. If someone does something for you, if somebody gives something to you, say thank you. It's not going to kill you to write a note. If you can write longhand, if you're over 20, write them a note. It's not going to kill you. It'll be very appreciated. Where is the graciousness and kindness and reciprocity? That is one thing that technology has slapped us with. It's too fast. Everything now, we are acting too quickly and we're reactive. And the fearful part of our brains is what's doing the reactivity. So by slowing down, take some deep breaths and slow down a little bit and go, what is going to be the outcome if I do or say this? You might surprise yourself.
That is one thing that I think needs to be highlighted more in the world today is the lack of thinking about people in a kind way or having courteousness towards each other. It's like we went from putting coins in each other's parking meters when they ran out to turning people in when their meter runs out.
Yeah, it's fear. And it's just the time we're in. There's so much fear and it's so rampant. And bad behaviors become fashionable. That's what's weird. See that happen. That's really crazy. I remember once, this was back in Olympia, and I had been doing a lot of meditation, a lot of spiritual work, and I went to the co-op, and this woman said just something nasty to me. And I don't know why she did it. And I looked at her, and what came out of my mouth was, it sounds like you're just having a bad day. Now, how did I say that? And I thought, wow, Zoli, because I had spent a week meditating, prayer, psychic work, what all this stuff. I was in a different state of mind. What appears to be going on these days is that state of mind is toxic. That makes you vulnerable and it's scary. And you're not going to find it on a tablet or a phone, a computer or a television. You're not going to find it there. Now, I'm online maybe 6 hours a day, 8 hours, because of the research I do, talking to people, this work, recording this or that. But I also have to balance that with time off, the exercise, the prayer, the meditation, just sitting. And there are days I don't do that and I feel a little crazy. But these are the times we're in. We have to accept that too and say, you know what? That's just the signature of the time we're in. What can I do to make my life a little calmer? Because if you're having an argument, if you're getting all ramped up, I can guarantee that the person that is reticent and kind, that's the person that everyone's going to be looking to. And people may say things that are scary to you or mean or whatever because they're scared and that's their cry for help. You don't have to say anything. Sometimes all you have to do is nod your head with kindness and go, huh. You don't have to engage, but just to acknowledge that you heard the other person. And then you can walk away. That's very kind and it's very powerful. But to calm the self. When I can calm myself, I do so much better than when I'm not.
Yes, it's way more efficient to live life in a calm state of mind, but getting there, especially when we're encouraged to get riled up all the time, is a challenge. Is there a
Yeah.
way to speed up detachment?
Oh boy. Once again, it takes practice. You have to try. As my master always says to me, well, try. I'm not doing well with it. Well, try. What's that not going to hurt? Just try. Well, that's not an answer. Yeah, it is basically. It means that I have to try. I have to I have to up myself. Like I spoke to you when we were in Hobby Lobby and I walked in, I was panicked. I almost went into a panic because of all the noise, all the stuff, all of this, all of that. And I said, "Oh, I might have to leave here." And I was grabbing onto my cart. I mean, like I almost pulled blood out of my hand. And I heard this voice in my head, which was me talking to me, saying, what's the next step? How can I lift myself to the next step? And I said, you know what? Get present. Zoe, look at this. Look at these beautiful Christmas decorations. Look at your husband's having a ball over there doing this or that. I ended up talking to 3 or 4 women, had a great conversation. I pulled myself out of it. Like mom used to say, you got mad, you get glad. You got upset, get straight. We can do that. And we forget we can do that. So, all of this stuff we're talking about, if we ask Spirit, what's my next step? Just one. Just tell me one thing. When you smile, what happens? Those muscles that lift your face, that creates endorphins in the brain. That literally can change your life. It can uplift you. When I'm in public, I try to keep a smile on my face. And that's new behavior for me since we moved to Montana. I love Montana. It's a great place. But when I was living in Olympia doing a lot of my work, I don't think I was always very pleasant. It wasn't a good environment. It wasn't a good place for me to be, but it was where my karma was. I had things to learn. Now I have things to learn here. But I'm also older. I'm not that worried about how I look, how I appear, this and that. So I'll dress nice and I go to town and I talk to people. But that works for me. It didn't always work for me, but it's a way that I can get myself out of myself and say, Gazoli, there's a bigger world out there than what you are concerned about.
And it's amazing what a simple smile can do. I know Canadians are known for smiling at each other.
Yeah.
When we were all masked up and we were wearing masks, I missed smiling at people and seeing people's smiles. It took away some of the kindness from people.
Yeah, I saved a lot of money on lipstick.
That's a benefit for sure.
I had a gal friend who had just gotten all these lip fillers, and she said, "Now, why did I do that?"
No one's going to appreciate them. That's not
Hysterical. It was an interesting time in humanity, but you're right. Canadians are friendly. They're very friendly people, and they're parts of the United States. In Montana, people are friendly. We wave at each other when we're driving. You don't know people. You walk along, you talk to people. It's just what it is. I mean, we have camouflage wedding dresses. Kids go to the prom, they pick up their date in their pickup with the plow on the front. We don't. It's a different world. It really is wackadoodle. And by the way, those of you who watch Yellowstone, that's not how it is here. Do not think that. They filmed that right down the road from here, and I refuse to even watch it. Don't get mad at me, but I won't do it because that's not the Montana I know. But I
It's a
think
Hollywood version of it.
it is. And I understand people that watch it love it. This is an awesome show. Good for you, Kevin Costner. But I think most people want to be kind. Most people they want that kindness and they want to display it. And sometimes they're living in a world, a culture, a society where it's really violent. It's really hard. And you can't do that. But have hope. The sun is always there. We may not see it, but it's always there.
Yeah, the sun is always there, and we can always kindness can always start within. You can be kind to yourself, even if you're not in a place that allows you to outwardly show your kindness in a way you want to. You can do it anyway. You can try in little ways.
That's very well put. Remember, well, I think it was last month when Spirit said to me, "You be your beloved.
Yes.
Be your own beloved." I thought, I have permission to do that? Be your beloved, especially for women. Be the one that is kind to you. And here's the magic of that. When we treat ourselves like we are our beloved, it will give others the message that that is how we want to be treated. Because we do teach people how to treat us.
Yes.
And they teach us how to treat them. And compassion is always the boundary there. Have compassion. We can't go into public and expect people to react or respond to everything we do or say. Sometimes your very presence can change somebody. Sometimes your very presence can. I know that when I see a mom in town with a new baby, and this is Montana, we're old school, I'll always stop them and say, "Oh, congratulations." And I turn to the child and say, "We're going to make the world a better place for you." And I met the most beautiful, it was a young woman, and her taller, I think said it was her auntie. And she said, "Oh, yes, she's a month old. She was born in the eclipse. Her name is Luna Bella." What a name. And I said, I intuit that the three of us standing here, one, two, three, that'd be four of us with a baby, said that we are part of that network of people wanting to lift the spirit of humanity. And I think your child has a special mission. And we just meet people that we connect with, and that is the love and the light. I could have talked to him for 20 minutes, but you don't do that with people with a baby that's trying to get to their car.
What a
But
gift.
it is. It was a real gift. And I'm finding now, because the Spirit got on me for so long about learning to be present, Zoli, I'm starting to get it. I'm really darn proud of myself. And here's what's happened. So I'm finding myself when I go to like the good food store in town, it's like y'all have, I don't know, what are y'all's in Canada, your natural food stores called?
We
Do you
don't
have,
have a we don't have a brand name natural store here. I think there's some Whole Foods out west,
yeah,
but
Whole
most of them
Foods.
are independent stores. But we have Whole Foods out west. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this is. And everybody goes there, from cops to hippy dippies to right wing extremists to left wing, but people just seem to get along because the energy is in there. And I have found that when I'm there, I talk to people anyway. I've found myself not feeling threatened. Do you know that feeling? It's like now I can speak with people that feel safe to me, which is most people, and I can literally be present. It's a totally new experience for me. I'll let you know how that goes.
Yes.
But a lot of times I'll start getting these experiences and all of a sudden it went away because I did something. That's human nature too. But I'm finding it much more comfortable. And I think part of it is my age. And I think part of it is that I've been practicing, that Spirit is driving me crazy by not doing that. And it's the old thing, be here now. I'm starting at age 72 almost to understand what that is. I didn't feel secure enough to do that or be that before. So we learn and we grow and we change. And I guarantee you that that happened with me so far by saying, "Okay, Spirit, what's next?" And when I hear what's next, I usually don't want to do it. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I'll get to that. Here you have all of you, dozens of discarnate entities, beings, devas, gods, whatever you want to call, people who love you in between lives, wanting to help. And we ask for help. And we get it and we go, well, maybe I want to do it on my time and my schedule. But that's also part of humanity. We all do the same stuff. That's what's funny about it.
Generally, when we're struggling with something or having a hard time, is it because we're avoiding what we're supposed to be doing? Is it like really like Jonah and we're stuck in the whale?
It can be that, or we really are trying and we're in the whale trying to get out. We're actually putting forth effort. And it's that effort that changes things. It changes humanity. That effort, that trying, that pushing that energy forward. That's an electric energy. The magnetic is the prayer and meditation where we're feeling. And there is a transference that's happened. You'll try, you'll effort, your effort. Then you have to step back. Oh, take a deep breath and relax into it and learn and access that information that you've got. Then it's on again. So it's always coming in wave forms. It's always in waves. It's no, when people say, well, I'm learning all the time. No, you're not. No, you can say, I'm curious all the time. That's even better, maybe more truthful, but it's not. There are times that we're not learning, where we are accessing. And those things are precious too.
That's true. We need to be a lot more accepting of the natural flow of our lives instead of fighting over against what is, I think.
Well, I certainly do. I told you about my quandary. I decided, God knows what got into me. So Spirit told me to do it. I just work here. Take all your research, Zoe, from the past couple of years, and we want you to organize it better. It is strewn all over the house. So I went through 10, 20 notebooks and pads and writings, and I got 3-ring binders that were very cute and appropriate for me. And I labeled them different things, and I stuffed everything in those darn sheet protectors. You know those things? And it took me a week, and I was nuts over this. I drank too much coffee. I was like, oh my God, I'm rereading everything I wrote. What am I supposed to do with this? And they were saying, chill, just do it now, get it organized, because what's coming for you in 2026, you're going to want that already done. you know,
Message received.
Yeah, my husband does. We don't know what's coming. He said today he's driving back from Washington. He was seeing our grandson and he was doing some work with SWAT cops or something. I'm not sure what he was doing, which is awesome. I don't need to know everything. But he said, oh, I woke up, and he has an Arctic Fox camper. I woke up last night and it was raining really hard, and he just put me right to sleep. Does that do that for you? I said, no. It makes me think I got to go out and check the cows. Now I don't have
Not
cows.
relaxing at all.
Yeah, I don't have cows anymore. It's been 16 years since I've had cows. But I spent most of my life with Scottish Highland cattle. And if it's pouring like crazy in Western Washington, it might flood. It might this or that. So we do have these programmed things. And so we don't have to react or respond like other people. But I think keep it light. My parents were very funny people. They kept things light. They had to deal with me. Maybe that helped. But I think if we keep things, when we're keeping things light, we're getting the personal out of it. And there certainly are times for the personal, for the sharing. And just remember, if you're at the dinner table with Aunt Betty and she's harping on you about your weight, maybe she's just scared that you'll notice hers. Everything like that, when we are hurting other people, we don't know that we are a lot of times. So there's that compassion and there's that kindness. And we have to learn not to take things seriously.